Welcome to the bush. On this episode, we're going to take the old Vamper back to a campsite on the back, and I'm going to show you everything you need to know about trail maintenance and blazing trails.
First, we got to get camp set up. We're camping by the old house today. All right, well, camp is set up, and I'm hoping that this could be one of the most comprehensive videos on YouTube showing you how to start from scratch with just a piece of timber, a piece of land that's all grown up, and turn it into a nice hiking trail, mountain biking trail, and a trail that's great for deer hunting and a lot of different things. So we're going to start from scratch from the very beginning, and I'm going to show you how I do it in some of the most overgrown land that you'll ever be on. We're here in southeast Iowa, and I figure if these techniques work for making trails here in the bush, they'll work in the bush anywhere. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is establish where you're trying to go, an end point, if you will. And you're going to want to try to find the path of least resistance between where you're standing and where you're going. And so like right now, I'm looking at this spot and I'm thinking like through these trees right here, that would be a good spot. That would be a pretty easy spot. Now it's really overgrown, but there's no down trees, there's no big logs, and all we've got to contend with is a lot of multiflora rose and a lot of honeysuckle, gooseberries, different things like that. Tons of poison ivy. You want to make sure that you do this earlier in the year. Now it's May now. You would actually want to do this in March. That would be the best time because the undergrowth, the underbrush is so light at that time of year. But if your only option is to do this during the summertime, I would make sure you got jeans on, some heavy jeans, and make sure that you got some good heavy boots so you don't get a thorn in your foot or whatever. But anyway, the best way to tackle something like this is to traipse through it, check for any big sticks or big things that you might hit with the trimmers, and then get you some orange ribbon or pink ribbon and tie it off to the trees, marking your trail, marking your path as you go. Then what you do is you can have somebody behind you, or you can go back and do it yourself, but use one of these steel trimmers. These things work absolutely great, and you just go along and just buzz it off real short. Don't get crazy about making it perfect. Just buzz it off, and then you can go back by and thin it out just a little bit more. And I'll show you how we do that. So my Uncle Mike, he came down and he helped me. So here he is going to town with the trimmers. Now this was back in March that he helped me do this, and then we did some more trails in April. Once you came through with the steel trimmer and you've got it kind of rough, then you can go buy one of these things. This is called a grass whip, and it makes pretty easy work of it. Once you've hit it once and got all the logs and sticks and branches and stuff out of the way, you can go through with this. As you can see, I haven't even hit this with the steel trimmer yet, and I'm already 2 feet in. Boom, you can just walk along and do this. And for stuff that's only a foot tall and smaller than the size of a pencil, the grass whip works absolutely fantastic. Once you've hit your trail with a grass whip, you can get one of these garden rakes and get one of these steel garden rakes, and you can go through and you can remove all the little sticks and stuff that you might hit with the lawnmower. Now, if you can access your trails with the lawnmower, you've removed the sticks and all the branches that might be in the way. Now you can safely mow this with a lawnmower and keep it maintained that way. Pretty simple. But if you can't access it with a lawnmower, then you're going to need to use some sort of chemical like Roundup, glyphosate, or 4,2-D to keep the trail blazed down, at least in this area. So in that case, you'll want to get you one of these garden sprayers and mix up a batch of Roundup. I like to wear gloves when I'm doing this. This stuff is very nasty and cancer causing. There are natural things that you can mix up, like with vinegar and salt, but unfortunately it doesn't work. It doesn't work around here anyway. The only thing that works is the real harsh chemicals. So anyway, you just want to go along and just spray your trail just back and forth as wide as you want it, and you'll see results within a few days.
Isn't he so handsome?
I want to get a shot of the creek crossing.
Okay.
To show that it's like this. So right here we have a pretty brutal creek crossing. There's obviously no way that I could drive a lawnmower down that creek. That is almost nearly straight up and down right there. There's absolutely no way you could get it with a lawnmower. So the only thing you can really do, hit it with that grass whip as short as you can get it, and then hit it with the spray. So on the other side of the hill there, there's an island that we call Altar Island. And so I name everywhere on the property. And we call it Altar Island. And it is completely impossible to even access with a four-wheeler. So the only option you really have for a trail is to spray it. So for that, I like to go narrower. I like to go just basically a couple feet, two or 3 feet wide. And that's about it. Whereas the trails that I mow with the lawnmower, with a 48-inch deck, I can do one pass up and one pass back, and they're actually wide enough for a vehicle if necessary. So one of the things you can do, when you go on a hike, I always like to take a walking stick, but maybe, I don't know, once every 2 or 3 times you hike. We like to hike at least once a week, if not more. We actually trying to walk every day right now. But instead of bringing a walking stick, just bring your rake. Use it as a walking stick. That way when you see a spot that's got some downed sticks, you can just simply get them cleared off your trail and then move along. Well, we got our camp all set up, and then we did some trail maintenance today. I think it's time for a step 2. Today, we have a Founders Mortal Bloom. I chose this one specifically for this day. This one's called Imperial Thorn. I thought it would be fitting. Let's check her out. We're going to have this step 2, and then we're going to go admire our work, and we're going to go on a hike. Our hike is going to probably be well over a couple miles. And we're going to try to track with a GPS tracker and see just how many miles we do hike, because I'm not sure at this point how many miles worth of trail I have blazed. I don't think very much, but if you include the roadway and like the roadway back to the cabin and everything, it adds up to, just back to the cabin is almost 3/4 of a mile. So anyway, let's give this a try and see how it is. Ooh! Oh man, this is good. This is good. The Imperial Thorn. What a fitting brewski for our step 2 segment today. Shout out to Steve Wallace. Anyway, gonna chug this beer down and grab my walking stick, and we're gonna go for a hike. kind of. Oh, I know. I can't wait till I can mow this. I got that on camera. It's beautiful. Isn't that what it looks like when I have it just watching it?
Home sweet home. No, not that home.
Not that one.
Even though it would be cool, but
It will be on Halloween.
this will be a lot more comfortable.
Well, we made it back to camp. How far did we hike on?
You have to look at my thing. It was like almost 2.5 miles, I think.
Not quite 2.5 miles, which is pretty good for the trails that I have right now and road paths all together. So probably not maybe a mile of trails and a mile of road paths, but that's pretty good, really. And considering what I really want to do on the property, That's just a start. The good thing is I'll be able to really use this all summer long to get some good potential exercise, and so will Tiffany. So we're excited about it. We're going to watch the sunset and get everything ready to start a fire. And then we're going to go check out the campground shower house and see how that is. Well, we're pulling up to the campground shower house now. It looks eerily similar to our house. Well, let's check out the facilities here at this campground. Hey, that looks a lot like my shower. What do you know? I'll be darned. Pretty nice bathroom. This whole shower house just has that like at-home feel, doesn't it? It's kind of strange. I like it. It's homey, not to be mistaken with homely, which I am.
You are not. Sorry.
Well, we're back at the campsite, freshly showered, feeling great. We got a fire going in our fire pit here, and we just got a stock pot here with some water in it because tonight we're going to do a Cajun boil. This is going to be delicious, and we're both excited. I'm going to do shrimp, crawfish, potatoes, corn, and some of my homemade andouille deer sausage. So this is going to be pretty delicious with some of my homemade Cajun seasoning. We're going to be eating good in the bush tonight.
Is it hot, baby?
1 tablespoon.
Is it hot?
You know it's hot when you breathe in like that.
So I just asked him.
In the Bush fans, you know what episode that's from.
I said, don't add too much.
It says 1 tablespoon for 5 pounds of shrimp.
We only have 2 pounds of shrimp.
Or crawfish, so I think 1 tablespoon will be just fine.
I haven't got the crawfish out. I don't know how much you have in
Maybe
there.
a little less. My special spices.
Babe. It's gonna be hot.
So we'll find out because we'll start with the potatoes or the corn. And if it's hot as balls, then we might add a little water. Oh. Good thing I got over my aversion to hot stuff that causes me to have hot. All right. So Tiffy cut up a bunch of red potatoes for us. We've got our seasoned water here that's came to a boil. It's time. Let's get these taters in here. All right. We'll give those a few minutes, and then we'll be on to the next item.
That's one of my favorite parts.
I know, baby. I bet that's done, don't you? our table might not be perfectly level. Oh man. This is for Aunt Joanne. Oh man. This is probably the best seafood boil flavor ratio I've ever done. All I can say is this doesn't suck. Gotta suck that head, peel that first layer for the tail. You gotta get that piece of meat out of that tail. Got any cottage cheese? No, Cheesy. This is a Cajun boil. There's no cottage cheese. Well, another night of camping in the books. Well, I hope everyone found this video informative and learned a little bit about trail making, or at least how I do it. And it's a tried and true method that's worked pretty good, and blazed a lot of trail this spring, and a lot of trail the previous couple years. So yeah, I think it's a good way to do it. But anyway, we're going to get this camp packed up and we're going to get out of here. So as always, we'll see you next time
In the bush.